Hey there, this is Cheryl with Sew Glue and Cheryl 2. I am live. If you see the red button at the top that says live, that means you caught me live. Otherwise, hashtag replay and let me know that you are watching or my replay. So hang tight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself pulled up on the computer so I can see comments. Gonna take a minute because it's got a little bit of a delay today. Replay and let me. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to start seeing comments. If you're coming in, say hi. Let me know you're here. I am gonna try. I've seen a couple others do a reverse decoupage. Going to try my hand at reverse decoupage. I have a tray. So our microwave died a couple months back. And so I rescued the microwave plate. I don't know if you can see it, but that's got the 3 knobbies on the back. But I rescued it so that it wouldn't go into the dump. And I thought, oh, I can make something with that. So I decided that I am going to try to reverse decoupage on the back of this. And then I could not find, because there's probably lots of crafters here in this area, I could not find a glass or a crystal type candle holder. So, but I did find this. It was a glass, like bud vase jar. And I found it at the thrift store. And I saved the sticker, because of the way it came off. But it was $2.15 at the thrift store. Hi, Chris. So your alarm worked. You made it in. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I am going to try my hand at reverse decoupage. I've not done this before, so I'm going to need your moral support. So our microwave died a couple months ago, and I rescued the microwave plate. And so you can see it's got the 3 knobbies on the back. But I rescued it so that it didn't have to go into the dump and or the garbage can. Hi, Tasha. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. We're going to try the decoupage thing. So I did try to clean the fingerprints off the back of the glass. And I'm going to, once I reverse decoupage that, I'm going to glue it. I tried. My E6000 is dried up. And so I have some B7000 I hope is strong enough, but I'm going to try to use some B7000 and see if I can't get this glass to affix to that glass so that it would be like a cake stand, a cookie stand, something, dessert stand. And then what I certainly can do in the future is if I find another glass tray or anything, then I can build on it and make kind of like a tiered tray. Thank you for sprinkling, Tasha. Hi, Kathy. Welcome in. Thank you for sprinkling. And for Kathy, you just joined. I rescued this plate out of the dump. Our microwave died a couple months back, and I thought, oh, I can do something with that. I didn't know what at that point in time, but then I found this bud vase jar that I got for $2.15 at the thrift store. And I think I can glue it to the tray. And once I get it glued, it'll be a nice, for the time being, a cake stand. And like I said, I could probably build on that eventually and make like a tiered tray, so we'll see how it goes. So, but I want to decoupage the bottom side of this. And I got this really, really pretty blue napkin, Pretty Pieces by Michelle. she had these really pretty blue napkins, and she had sent me a napkin pack. And so what I did to prepare for it ahead of time is I did kind of tear a few holes where the knobbies are that I'm going to be gluing. And so that, and I didn't know, because typically when you decoupage with a napkin, you remove the ply. So I removed the ply. It was only a 2-ply napkin. And so I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to decoupage it down. And if I can get it smooth so that it doesn't, I'll show you what it would look like. If I can get it smooth, that's what it's going to look like from the underside. And I just thought that would be beautiful. And then I don't have any like dishwasher safe Mod Podge, but I do have some resin. So once it like completely dries, maybe I can resin over it to kind of seal it in, so that if I were to wash it or wipe it down, or it were to get a little wet, maybe it will protect it. But so that's kind of what we're going to go for. We're going to try our hand at the reverse decoupage. Okay, so I'm going to kind of lay this over here out of my way for a minute. And I'm going to use Mod Podge. I don't know. Here goes nothing. I have never done this, you guys. So I'm going to be, if you guys have reversed decoupaged, I might be leaning on you, but we're going to give it a shot. So I am going to, and I think maybe what I should do is do it at a section at a time. I don't know, because I really want to make sure I don't have any wrinkles. And I am like not good at getting things to not wrinkle. So maybe I'm going to try that, because I'm going to do a wet application. I am afraid that if I were to use an iron on this glass, that it might break because of the heat. So I am going to just do a wet application. So let's see if we can do around these little knobby things first. And then we'll stick the napkin down. And then what I can do is I can work my way around. Okay. We're going to give it a shot and see. If I can find the right holes. Because I want to be able to. Okay. So I'm trying to be very, very careful. I don't want tons. I mean, wrinkles are okay. I don't have a problem with wrinkles, but I'm not sure how nice it would look on the underside. So we're going to give it a shot. Has any of you guys ever done reverse decoupaging? And if you're just coming in, come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. And I am going to try my hand. And we're going to see how good this turns out. I'm trying not to put the napkin on the little knobby things. This is a tray that I saved when our microwave died. Hi, Sue. Welcome in. So, Tasha, you have not reversed decoupaged, okay? How are you, Sue? Thank you for joining. I know there's lots of things going on today, and I saw some of our crafting friends. I think Kathy and Carla, Carla from Carla's Bayou Creations and Kathy from CC Redesigns, they both live in Louisiana, so they are at the Mardi Gras parade today. So they are enjoying themselves there, and seeing it ripped. Let me see if I can patch maybe a little piece here. Yeah. Well, at least I was able to patch it. Okay. Yeah, you just can't stick your finger down in there because it wants to it wants to pick up. Okay. Hopefully that's going to be close to the center where it's glued, so hopefully. Here, it's cold and windy in Virginia today. Yikes. Well, come stay warm with me. I'm going to give you things to laugh at because I've never done this before. I am reverse decoupaging onto a tray that came from the microwave because our microwave died. And I put this, well, I have another napkin. I put this napkin because I just thought, I love the blues. I thought it was beautiful and it would be kind of generic enough that, so I'm going to try to reverse decoupage it onto this glass tray that I saved from the microwave. And then I have a bud vase. I could not find a crystal or glass candle holders anywhere. So it's crazy. But anyway, so I want to try to put a little of this down at a time, hoping that maybe that it'll actually lay and not wrinkle too much, because I really have a hard time, especially with napkins. If I don't do the dry method with the iron, I have a hard time, and I'm worried about ironing because of the fact that it's glass, and I've had experience where glass gets too hot and it breaks. So I was trying to avoid that. Well, I am sorry that it is cold and windy there. I think, Kathy, you said you guys were supposed to get snow today? Was that, did you guys end up getting the snow? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to just kind of, I've got the turntable. I can turn it around. Let's see if we can try to work our way around. See if I can get it. I'd like to get it all the way to the edge so that it covers all of the glass. Okay, let's see if we can do this. And I'm just using like one of those vegetable bags. Ooh, got a little bit of Mod Podge there where it tore it. That's part of the problem. Napkins are so fragile that I just struggle. And that's why I was trying to use the plastic to put it down. Because it helps just kind of, because if you touch it and you have glue on your fingers, which I did earlier, it rips the napkin. So, okay, so we're gonna, okay, we'll spin it around here and see if I can get to the, gotta be clever about this Mod Podge. See if it actually, because if you don't, you can't lift it back up, unfortunately. Yep. Okay, I may have to do a little bit of patching. I think I've got glue on the plastic. I've only watched this in like a few people. There's a couple different ladies that have managed to do this, and we'll see. I was planning on using it in my house, so I guess if it's not perfect, it's okay. How is everybody else doing today? Have you made any fun crafts? Chris, I saw so what's the chocolate house? What's that all about? Are you doing a miniature? Okay, so we're gonna try some more. Let's see if we can get... I am just kind of taking the Mod Podge and doing a light coat. I've discovered just recently, figured out that if you have a glob of Mod Podge, when you're trying to lay this napkin on glass, it's more apt to tear. And I think that that's why it tore there, is because I was just trying to treat it like it was a normal piece of paper. Normal piece of rice paper. Okay. Oh. Does anybody have access to the Sacred Treasure House? So, a mini chocolate shop. I'm working on it now. It's almost complete. I'm looking forward to it. I saw some of the things that we've stayed in watching TV. You got more snow yesterday, and it's too cold for anybody. Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Well, you guys know. I complain that we're not getting the snow. Unfortunately, it's 50 degrees right now. So, and we were finishing up getting our RV. Well, I had to do all the fun things this morning. Clean the chicken coop, you know. So I had to clean the chicken coop first, and then we needed the RV goes in for it's not like a service, but they're gonna go in and put like a clear coat on the outside of the paint. So we had to, and they're gonna what do they call? Oh, Scotch guard like the furniture and the floor. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. So they're going to Scotch guard it, and it goes in on Monday. So we had to have everything put away that we were going to put in our RV, that normally when we emptied out our old RV and started putting in the new RV. And so we had to do that this morning after I did the fun chore of cleaning the chicken coop. My husband, it was so kind. He was willing to help me. Usually goes faster when there's two of us. Hi, Lisa. Welcome in. I think this might be the first time you're watching. Well, thank you for coming in. I am trying to trying is the key word. I am trying to reverse decoupage onto this glass tray that I have. And I'm going to make almost like a dessert tray, or I guess I don't ever like really make cakes very often, but it could be a cake stand kind of thing. But I'll show you guys in just a second because I am almost done, fingers crossed, with getting the reverse decoupage down. I have this napkin that I received from Pretty Pieces by Michelle. Now it looks like it was a little off center now that it is, so I may have to repair that, but this is what it's starting to look like. So this is a glass tray. Oops, it's sticking to the, it's a, you know that glass tray that you guys have in your microwave? Well, our microwave died, and so I saved it. And you can kind of see the knobbies. This is the flat side of it, but the knobbies are on the other side. And so I rescued it from the dump because my husband had to tear out the old one and we had to put a new one in. But our other, it's not usable. So I decided, yay, and I saved it for a while. So it's been a couple months, and I thought, how about I do something with this today? And so I found, I had a napkin just like this. That's what the blue napkin is. It's a blue napkin that I got from Michelle Kaser at Pretty Pieces by Michelle. And so I thought I would work on that today. Yes, well, thank you for coming in and joining me today. I am so tickled that you are here. And it didn't occur to me that I was in my, when I slacked, or I put the message in the messenger that I was going live, it occurred to me that my page isn't attached to that. I'm going to have to put my nickname in there or something so that you guys know. But I'm super, super excited. I get an opportunity in March to be able to join one of the, well, a couple, I think I made it into a couple events for Sacred Treasure House. So I'm super excited and looking forward to that. And hoping that all good things. Okay, I have a hole where I rubbed too hard on the napkin. So I think I'm going to also try to maybe tear a piece of this napkin and maybe I can patch that hole. Then I'm going to try to dry it first, I think. I've never done this before, so I think I'm going to try to dry it. And then once I dry it, I think I can take off the edges and see kind of where I'm at if I need any extra decoupage. So Kathy or Lisa, or have any of you guys reversed the decoupage? Do I need to do like a protect, like a layer over it after it's dry of Mod Podge? Or can I put my white paint just over the top of it? What do you guys think? I don't know, because I don't remember. Yes, I'm super excited. I am like, I've been watching Sacred Treasure House for like what seems like years. A lot of the times, because I work a full-time job, I'm a like quiet watcher, because a lot of the times I have to work, technically work. And so when I'm doing my reports and things like that. So you have, and you just put the paint on over it. You didn't put, okay, I'm going to try. Okay, so watch your ears. I am going to try to dry this a little bit first so I can get the edges off. So just watch your ears. Okay, well, and is it, have you used, or does it make a difference? Craft or chalk paint or acrylic? Does it make a difference? Because I have both. I can use both. Hi, Leanne. Welcome in. You're at work during the weekdays? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Leanne. And I have to do the same thing. I have to plug in while I'm working, but I can be a silent watcher, and a lot of the times if I get a chance I can comment. So it really doesn't matter. Okay, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. So painted, okay, I will do that. So I can, I think, so the chalk paint is plaster, which is like an off-white. I think what I'm going to do, if it doesn't matter, I'm going to use the acrylic because it's a bright white, and I think it's going to make the blue show better if I do it with the bright white. Okay, thank you very much for the help. And then I put the Mod Podge over it. Okay, I will put the Mod Podge over it, and then what I think I'm going to do, we'll get the Mod Podge dry, and then I have some B7000. My E6000 was all dried up, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to E6000 or B7000 it onto this bud vase, so that it ends up looking like a cake plate or something, a dessert plate. Yeah, the brighter the white, it'll make that blue pop. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, thank you. Thank you both. I appreciate your help. Chris, you're gonna post all those pictures, right, when you get done with your miniature chocolate shop? I didn't know you did miniatures. I can't see the miniatures. So I'm just trying to get this one, the place where I did the patch is still a little wet, so I'm trying to let it get dry here real quick before the rest of it feels like it's dry. It's just I can see right there where the patch that I did the patchwork is not. And then we'll use the gator and get it off the edges and see kind of if I have to patch or not. Oh, that's probably not a bad idea. Actually, maybe do the Mod Podge first so that the paint doesn't bleed through the napkin. Yeah, I didn't leave the ply on there. I did like we normally do when we Mod Podge napkins, and I pulled the ply. But yeah, that's probably not a bad idea, because I don't want to, the last thing I want to do is ruin it. I don't have another glass tray. So thank you for that. I will try that. I think I will seal it just in case. I'm a worrywart. Okay, it's starting to dry. Let me see what it looks like from the other side. It's like hard to get up from the plastic. Okay. Yeah, it's really transparent right now. You can kind of see that it's really see-through. You can, if I put my face up to it, you can see through it. Hi, Wendy. Welcome in. Thank you for sprinkling. I am just working on, I rescued a tray from the microwave when our microwave went bad. And so I rescued the microwave tray. So watch your ears. I know if you have earbuds in, I'm just going to try to quickly go around. And I am attempting to reverse decoupage this tray. I've never done it before, so hopefully I don't show you what not to do. I guess it's all about crafting. It's not perfect, right? There's no such thing as perfect crafts. Thank you. I don't even know. I don't think she has them anymore, but she had some napkin bundles. And I won. So when you show up to her lives, for like when she does events and things like that, she writes your name down. And what happened is that I've been showing up to her live for a long time, and she drew my name for the month of December. And so I got like $25 like from one of her sales. So I picked the napkin bundles and things like that. So I got them. They were gifted to me. I bought a few other things, lace and some other things, typically when she has sales. And with that gift card, I bought lace and stuff too. Okay, so I'm going to set that. Just in case I need, I got like Mod Podge on my fingers. Okay. Got a little bit more to go around. We'll get this napkin off, and then I need to do a real quick look to make sure that the napkin is stuck to the edge, because I want to make sure I get it all sealed down. And then I think, in agreement with Lisa, it's probably not a bad idea. I know I could probably do that, but this napkin is so thin, I'm a little worried about just doing the white paint right over it. But I can. Okay, so here's what we have so far with the microwave plate. And then what I'm going to do is, it looks like it's okay. I still got a few wrinkles, but I think it's unavoidable with a napkin. So I'm going to go over it and seal it one more time with decoupage. And I'm just going to do like a light cover over it, because I want to make sure that the napkin is good. And I don't want to have, like when I put the white paint, the white acrylic down, I don't want to have it, I guess, bleed is what is, I guess, a possibility. So we'll see how this goes. And then I'm going to stick it on. So I got this at the thrift store for $2.15. And so I am going to, after I get the white on the tray and I get it all dried, then we're going to glue it onto the top of this so that it ends up being a tray. But, so what's everybody else doing today? Hopefully you're not shoveling any more snow. I know that Sue is suffering from all of the cold weather and snow, and Kathy is staying inside. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. Okay, almost there. It's got one last section to. It's kind of hard to see once you get the napkin on where you've Mod Podged. You have to kind of look at it from a glance on the side so that you can see the shininess. Okay. Super excited. I really am looking forward. Watch your ears. I'm going to try to blow dry this. You're staying inside and crafting too, Tasha? Hi, Christine. How are you today? You're doing good for a change? Well, I am so glad, and I'm glad you joined. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and supporting me today. It's a little quiet at my house. My husband is working, so I decided that I wanted to come in and spend a little time with my crafty friends, and I am so glad that you guys are all here. Hi, Kathy. Welcome in. Hello. Thank you for joining. This is like all of like your second time watching me. I appreciate you joining. You did a video for your page. Okay, I'll go look at it and see what you did. But you didn't talk. You didn't do it like a voiceover. So you just did a reel, but no voice. Cool. I have done my share of those too. When I was working on trying to build my build my page. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you sprinkling. I am working, trying my hand. And I have some beautiful friends here that have been helping me along with figuring out how to do a reverse decoupage and make sure I don't ruin it. Because in the end, I would like to have this be a like a dessert tray. I don't make cakes very often, so I'm thinking like a dessert tray or a cookie tray where I can put some cookies on it and make it. So thank you. I appreciate that you sprinkled a ton. I appreciate you. You and Lisa and everybody, Christine, everybody has a big, huge following, and I just really appreciate you guys so much, because I couldn't grow my page without you guys, and I love you guys to pieces. Okay, so here we are. I think it looks shiny in a couple areas, but I think it's just because I had to do that double application. Okay, so here's where we're at. This is a glass tray that I rescued from our microwave when it died, and I wanted to do something with it, so I thought, how about we reverse decoupage, and I'm using this napkin that I got from Michelle Kaser at Pretty Pieces by Michelle. So she is a gem, and she has helped me out tremendously. Okay. So I think, I think I'm done with the Mod Podge. So I'm going to stick that in the water and close that up so I don't stick my hand in it or I knock it over. Okay, so now I have my B7000 out to glue. I hope that that's going to be strong enough. If not, I'll have to find some E6000. My E6000 dried up, so I didn't have any more of that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the acrylic, my white acrylic. Kathy is asking, did you do your video under the personal page or your business page? Thank you, Wendy. So I am gonna now, because when you put it on glass, it's really transparent. So I'm just gonna put some white acrylic. I'm gonna put some on my plate so that just so it's easier for me to stick my hands in it. Oh, okay. So it is under your personal page. You don't have a business page. Okay, sorry. There's a lot of Christinas, so I try and keep track of all of the Christinas. Okay, so I am gonna just kind of, and I think you want to try to keep the brush strokes in like maybe the same direction. We're gonna try and see, and it looks like I've got quite a few wrinkles, but I guess it doesn't, We'll see what it looks like with the white paint. Okay, we're going to give it a shot. I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to lift up the edge just to get the white all the way to the edge. And then I'll show you, let's see what it looks like. We'll see if it... Try not to make a net. It's a little bit harder with those little knobs in the center of the tray, because I don't really want to get all of the white paint on them. You wouldn't care about the Mod Podge because it dries clear, but the white paint... Okay. All right. Let's see what it's starting to look like. Oh, there you go. Oh, yes, that is absolutely going to be amazing. Rona, as I live and breathe. Thank you for joining, Rona. How are you today? I am trying to reverse decoupage, but I got a little help from my friends. All right, so I'm going to try to see if I can make my way all the way around the tray. I may need to do a couple coats because I can see the variation in the white. And I'll hold it up once I get half of it done here so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. It's actually, I really am glad I chose that blue napkin. Okay. I'm sorry, I know it's like extremely boring to like watch a person paint, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. Yeah, I'm so glad you caught me today too. You're doing good? I am doing very well. After I got the chores done today, you know, gotta do the chores first. I had to clean the chicken coop. Had to clean the chicken coop, and because it's winter, I don't clean. I normally clean it every 2 weeks, but in the winter I only clean it about once a month because it is just cold, and then you don't have, you know, the difficult time with the smells or anything because of everything's cold. And I try to be a good chicken owner and not stink out the neighbors with the nasty smell of the coop. But my chickens are starting to get a bit older, and so they are slowing down in their egg laying production. Okay, so this is where we're at. And I may need to do a second coat, I'm thinking. But the second coat won't be as bad because the first coat will have already been applied. We will get this painted real quick. I really thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys all being here today. Thank you. Thank you, Rona. Thanks for the heart, Sue. I appreciate it. Hopefully, and if you are commenting and for some reason I'm not seeing your comments, Recomment again. It doesn't hurt my feelings if you recomment, because Facebook has been playing some games with me lately. A lot of times where if I comment on something, they don't show my comment or stuff like that. And so I anticipate that they're not. I got the glass plate from my old dead microwave. It's a microwave plate. I don't know. Do you guys have microwaves in the UK? When I visited England back in, I was 16 years old. I went as a nanny. I went as a nanny to some people who had family in the United Kingdom, and it was going to be their first trip. So they needed a nanny for their son at that time. And so they agreed that they would take me. All I had to do was pay for my plane ticket. But I don't remember. All I remember in the house that we stayed in, which was their family members, they had just a little teeny tiny refrigerator. So you guys, not always, I mean, some places do, but not always do you guys have big refrigerators. Do you guys even have a microwave? That's something you'd never think about. But so we have microwaves, which you thought it was a microwave plate? Okay, you guys do have microwaves. Okay. I would have figured that you guys had like some of the newer, the same technology we do, but you never know, because you guys have the opportunity to go to like some of those markets where this particular family that I stayed with when I was, and I'm dating myself. Okay, folks. I was 16 years old when I went. I got to do the math. That's 42 years ago. So if you're smart, you can do that quick math. You know how old I am. But yes, so at that point in time, they had just like what we would call like a mini refrigerator, because they lived just around the corner from like an open market, and they would go every day. The lady that, and I think that was their aunt that we were staying with, she would go to the open market and she would buy everything that they needed for that particular day's meals. And so she would go to the market once a day. So they didn't really have a big need for a refrigerator because she was planning her meals and getting it there. The Olympic Games, I have not as of yet. I am not a big TV watcher, so I have to make an effort to go find it and watch it, especially now that I guess it's in Italy this year. So I have not watched what about you? Are you watching them? I like the Winter Olympics because I like watching the ice skating part, but that's probably the only thing that I really enjoy watching. And I don't have live TV and I don't have cable. Thank you, Leanne. Let's not announce it, okay? So if anybody knows, or I'll introduce you to Leanne. So Leanne is my youngest sister's friend. We grew up to school together. Yeah. Well, my husband had to rip it out because we couldn't get it to work. He couldn't try, it wouldn't repair. Whatever we tried, it wouldn't work. So, and it's one of those that is built in up over our cooking stove. And so, of course, it's in, in a part of a cabinet, all kinds of things that it was quite a thing. But so he managed to get it out. And when he did that, I grabbed the glass plate because I'm like, I can do something with it. Well, we all do that. We all say, I can craft with this. I can do something with this. Well, I'm finally doing it. It's been a couple months since the microwave had died on us. And so I thought, what the heck? And I found this bud jar. Now, I was looking, actually, to be honest, I was looking for like a glass or a crystal candle holder, where you hold the candles. And I couldn't find one, but I did find this glass bud vase at the thrift store. And it sits right on top of those 3 little knobby things. So I'm going to glue them together. So streaming TV over there. Yeah. But you can stream the Olympics from the BBC iPlayer. Gotcha. You like the women's hockey, Christina? You and I are not the same age. You are much younger than me. I am 8 years older than you, sister. If you're the big 50, I'm 8 years older. But we grew up kind of and we played together, all when we were younger. So, okay. This is getting, okay. And it's actually drying. It must be warm in my house because it's drying pretty quickly, this paint. I'm going to do another quick round of white paint. We'll get it dry and then and I think what I would like to do after I paint it, I probably, oh man, I stuck my Mod Podge brush in the water. I don't have any microwave or dishwasher safe Mod Podge, but what I thought maybe I should do is I do have some food safe resin, and I thought maybe what I could do is, let me try to hold this up without sticking my fingers in the white paint where it's wet. Here you go. Oh, that's looking so nice. I am so excited about that. I'm going to dry this. Watch your ears for a second. I'm going to try to dry. Oh, yes, Jody. Yes, you and my sister Jody are the same age. Absolutely. So you turned 60 in June, Tasha? Yeah, I know. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to fight it. I don't feel like I'm 58 years old. My brain still thinks I'm 30. Thank you, Sue. Yeah. So Leanne and my younger sister Jody, which she's got 3 teenage kids right now, so she's running around like a maniac trying to deal with the kids, and she works 3rd shift. She's a licensed, what is it, LPN license. Anyway, she's like a nurse's aide in a way, but with letters. I don't know. CNA, I don't know. She's got one of those. So she works 3rd shift so that she can be available to help the teenagers during the day. Okay, so we are, I think, dry. I'm going to do this one more coat, and then, okay, Lisa, you tell me, do I need to Should I Mod Podge over the white just to protect it? Christina, you're going to be 59. Well, you and I are like so close in age. So in March, huh? My husband's birthday is in March. His birthday is the 22nd of March. Mine's in December, so mine's December 31st. Chris, you're 63. What? You fell off the deck? So you fell off the deck, you fell into the snow. Well, at least you fell in the snow where it was soft, right? And then you climbed back up on the deck. Yeah, who says we're old, right? Just don't get hurt, sister. At least you fell on the snowdrift. Goodness gracious. Okay, I need a little bit more. I want to make sure that I get this really white. So we're going to try to do another quick coat over it so that it's really, really white. And then Lisa, what do you think? Do I need to do another coat of Mod Podge over the white? If I'm gonna put, eventually, if I put resin over it, I may not need it. I don't know. I've not done this reverse decoupage thing before, so I don't know like how many coats it needs to happen. So, Rona, you watched hockey today. Whoops. Hold on, I gotta scroll back. Oh, you're a baby, Rona. Okay, so let me go back here so I can read. I don't want to miss any of the comments. You guys are too funny. I enjoy the conversation here. Okay. So you were watching the hockey today and curling, ice skating, pairs, and the men's short routine in ice skating. Oh, okay. Big jump, ski jumping, the women's individual speed skating, and the sleigh that shoots down an ice tunnel thingy. Bobsled? Is that maybe what it is? Bobsled? Oh, you were wearing your husband's boots, Chris? You're crazy. Oh, that's funny. Yes, I agree. And then you get tripped over yourself. Oh, I look good for my age. Well, I definitely color my hair. Thank you. Yeah, in my head, I still think I'm young too. But Rona, you're just a baby. I know you don't want to hear that, but yeah, when you get to be our age, you're a youngin'. I know, we all, it doesn't change. It doesn't matter. As the years go on and you start checking off the years, you still are like, you still feel like you're young. Hi, Janet. Welcome in. Sorry, I was trying to scroll so I could read all of the comments. And now it doesn't like the fact that I was scrolling. Okay. I'm going to have to go look that up and see if I can find bobsled. Yeah, the bobsleds. That's right. Oh, one person, more than one person, and they call it something else if it's one person. Okay. Yeah, and I can't remember all of the crazy names for those things. But hi, how are you, Janet? How are you doing? So glad you were able to come into the party. We're having a good old time here this afternoon. Afternoon, evening, depending upon time zones. I rescued a glass plate from the microwave when my husband had to tear it out because it stopped working. And so I have the microwave plate, you can see, and I reverse decoupaged a napkin. I have this pretty blue napkin, and I reverse decoupaged it. The first time I've ever reverse decoupaged. I'm going to have to go back and watch and look up, because I'm sure because it's streaming, it's... Oh, you're feeling the same? Oh, man. Okay. We got you. We got you covered in prayer, sister. I am going to finish this. I didn't hear from Lisa. Lisa, or did I miss your comment? So I am actually just doing my own live today, Christina. I am not in an event today. I was just going live because it's quiet in my house and I was bored. I wanted to craft and talk to my girlfriends. Yes. Oh, thank you. Well, it's a blessing and a curse, right? When you see something and say, oh, I know I can make something with that. And then so I've had it for like 2 months, and it's been a while since I had found that too. I think I showed it in one of my videos where I did a thrifting haul. So the question is after painting this white, do I need to seal it again with Mod Podge? Oh, you want to come to my house and do my dishes too? Load the dishwasher? I got to do that too. But I'd rather craft and chat with you guys than go start the dishwasher. So yeah, do I need to, after painting the white, do I need to seal it one more time with Mod Podge? I think my intent is that eventually, once this completely dries, and I glue this on, because I can use, okay, thank you. I'm gonna use resin. I don't have like dishwasher safe Mod Podge. And I promised my husband I wouldn't buy anything else for a while. So in order to keep the peace, I need to abide by that. I need to use up what I have anyway. But, okay, so I will, okay, and let me dry this real quick. Put that down. Watch your ears. I'm going to use the heat gun. No problem. Thank you, Christina. Okay, so let me get that out of the water, because I put the paintbrush in the water that I used my Mod Podge. Let's make sure that I have the white pretty well covered, because I think eventually, at least if I put resin on the outside, it'll seal it permanently. And then that way, if it does get wiped down like with a wet cloth or something, it won't have any problems, because I'm not using like the dishwasher safe Mod Podge. This is just the satin version of the Mod Podge. So oh, luge. There you go. Chris had the answers. Luge. Okay, so I am going to get rid of that. I'm going to set that out of my way because I am notorious for sticking my arm in it. Okay, I'll hold it up and show you guys what it looks like before I start Mod Podging again. I think I did the right thing by doing a second coat of white because it's really going to make that blue pop. Just got a couple more spots that need to be dried. So Monday, Craft Events by Julie. I am in Monday's event. And, so 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern is the event, and it's going to be bows and lace. So we'll see what happens on that event. And then coming up in March, whoop, whoop, whoop. Super excited. I get an opportunity to participate in the Sacred Treasure House. Okay. So here we go. Oh, yes. Look at that. Look how bright that blue turned out. I'm loving it. Oh, my gosh. Cool, cool. Okay. I'm going to seal it one more time, folks. And then, so bear with me. We're going to seal it with Mod Podge at the best recommendations of Lisa. And then we're gonna start gluing it and see what it looks like. I thought about putting some of that napkin on. What do you guys think? Like hearts, if I should do maybe some of the napkin on the post around the, I mean, it would be an external, it wouldn't be a reverse decoupage, but I could decoupage some of that. Do you think, what do you think about that? Would that, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that blue is really popping, isn't it? Let me get, all right, I swear to you, I had a paper towel in my hand. Oh, wait, here he goes. I think I'm losing my mind. Okay. All right. I'm going to seal it, see if I can seal it pretty quickly. And then we'll get it dried, and then we'll glue. Now, I am hoping that my B7000 is strong enough to hold it. If not, I'll have to try to see if I can get my hands on some E6000, because I know that I've seen a lot of crafters use E6000 to glue like the glass together. Does anybody have any experience? Oh, you decoupaged the stand. Okay, Wendy, you have to watch the replay. You missed the way too much, but oh, no worries, girl. It's reverse decoupage is a little tricky. I'm not lying. I didn't realize it was going to be so many steps. So what I ended up doing first, just to kind of help you understand what I did, paint it before, and then you can put the napkin on it. Okay. I can do that. So I just put my white paintbrush in the water. But yeah, so Wendy, just so you have an idea of what I did was I ended up using the single ply of the napkin. And I guess in this particular case, it wouldn't be a big deal if you used the double, because it was a double ply napkin, but I wanted to make sure that because the layers can wrinkle pretty bad, I used it one ply. But if you've done this before, you might get away with using the second ply. And the first thing I did was I cleaned with Windex the glass, which I did that before you guys got on. What do you use all the time, Tasha? What did I say that that you said that you use all the time? Sorry, I can't remember. It's like par for the course. But so this is just a microwave dish that I rescued from the dump because our microwave died, and so I rescued the microwave plate, and then I used it. You've seen others use the B7000 on the lives on glass, but you don't know if there is a better one. Okay. Yeah. Oh, the E6000. Okay. Yeah, my E6000 was all dry. Before I was going live, I was testing it to see if I could get anything out of it, and it was dried up, unfortunately. So I am hoping that the B7000 will work. If not, then I'm going to have to talk to the hubby and see if he would let me buy some E6000, because I know E6000 works definitely. It works really good. The problem is when you buy a big tube. Let me see. Oh, it's like way down, and I'm not going to go digging in the trash. It's way down at the bottom of the trash can now. But I couldn't get it dries up too quickly on you, or it like gels up and then it doesn't want to come out. So okay, I think kind of looking, making sure I got, okay. So I'm going to leave that out. So while this is drying, maybe I can push it off the side a little bit. And then what I'll do is I think I'm just going to do the center part of the, I don't know, maybe I can do the bottom. I don't want to do the top part here, this part of the lip, because of the fact that I am going to have to glue it, and I want to make sure I have a good adherence. But I can do the rest of, oh, well, that's not good. The paintbrush came off. I was a little rough with my paintbrush. And then water dripped. I may have to use some more. Oh, that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad when your paintbrush comes off of your... I was being rough with the... Okay. And then I'm just like spilling water all over the place. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Okay. So let me see. Is it where? Here, let me see if I can put it where you guys can see it. Can you see it? Okay. All right. So let me get my white out. Oh, I still have a little bit of white in my paper plate here. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's just the way E6000. So you can't buy it in like a big tube because it goes to waste. I will. I just don't have my maybe I'll be 7,000 it when I have it open. I'll glue it back together. So the reason you said you're the same is because you're very tired and you feel like you're getting better? Good. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. I have been praying for you. You have been on my prayers, making sure that you get over the sinus and all the icky ick. Sorry, that was a bristle. Okay. I think maybe I will I'll do the napkin decoupage on the whole thing. I may have to grab the other. Good thing I have two of those, huh? Yeah, I am so glad that you are starting there. That's kind of been a while. You've been battling that for a while, girlfriend. Okay. All right, so this is where we're gonna see if we can't crank this out. Let that dry because it's got a thicker coat of Mod Podge on it. All right. Okay, watch your ears. Oh, wait. I need to get here. I'm gonna dry it, give it one more coat of white. Then we can start putting the blue napkin on the base. Okay. So watch your ears. I'm gonna dry it. Well, hi, Lucy. You actually caught me live, friend. Happy Saturday. I'm glad to see you. Well, thank you, Rona. I was just excited to be able to use it up and get it out of the craft room, you know? So, I'll share with you here in just a hot minute, Lucy, what I'm doing. It's drying right now. I did a reverse decoupage on a tray that I saved from our old dead microwave. You see the live. No worries. I'm glad you were able to show up. I know it's been like a hot minute since you've come in because I've missed you. Well, hi, Debbie. Welcome in. I am, and I'll share with you guys here. Let me make sure that everything is dry. And I'll show you guys the ones that have just come in. I am, and I'm sorry for those who have been here. I'm repeating myself, but you know, you guys are not new to the lives. So I rescued a plate from the microwave when our microwave died a couple months back, and so I reverse decoupaged. I have this napkin from Michelle Kaser from Pretty Pieces by Michelle. And with the help of Lisa at Lisa's Craft House, she gave, her and Kathy, both of them, gave me the information that I needed to be able to reverse decoupage. So I reverse decoupaged that on the tray. And then now what I'm going to do is, this is a bud vase that I found because I couldn't find any of the they're scarce, and I think it's because of my where I live. But I couldn't find any like glass candle holders or anything to be able to kind of make like a tier tray. But I am going to make a like a dessert platter. I don't bake cakes, and if I do, it's in a 13x9 pan, so there's no, decorating cakes. But I thought maybe I would make a nice tray for. Well, oh, okay, yeah. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so let me go in here real quick, and thank you, Rona. You're so sweet. Now I know why Kathy at CC Redesigns loves you so much. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to do a second coat real quick of white paint on this so I can start decoupaging some more of the napkin. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of get the thin spots so that we have the white, because I want it to pop just like the plate is popping. Okay. Although I didn't use anything to prep this, so I am seeing where the paint is pulling away in some areas. So we're gonna see what we can do. Is Kathy with Quality Crafts by Kathy, are you still on? What are you guys doing today? You always have something crazy going on. And what are you up to, Debbie? Are you getting any I heard you announce that you had some people coming and you were trying to rush on an event day and you were trying to get stuff done. And I know because we had looked into possibly doing like camping on people's property, and I thought that was so cool that you have that available. So maybe we can come camping in Arizona and come find you. Kathy is partying with yes, that Kathy. Yes, Kathy at CC Reed. Yes, they are, because they shared some pictures. Yeah, yes. They're having a blast of a time. I saw Carla had some beads on. She managed to score some beads. But then we did see earlier, I don't know if she's still with us or not, Kathy with Quality Crafts by Kathy. She's such a hoot. Both her and Karen with White's Creative Designs, I think is her name page. The two of them just crack me up the whole time. They make me laugh. Okay, so we are, do I dare put the white paint or the paint? I'm going to put it in the water. And then, okay, so here we go. We're going to take some of this. I never waste anything, right? So I've saved those pieces. I have more, but let's, I'm just going to tear them into pieces, and I'm going to just kind of decoupage it onto the pedestal here. And once I get this dry, then we'll glue it on and we'll see what we have. You have an Airstream in tent camping available on 3. Cool. Can we bring our own camper? So we, I was just sharing with the group, we just recently traded our old gas Class A rig in for a diesel, and it has to go in for, what they're going to do is they're going to put a clear coat on the paint so that it protects it, and they're also going to do, what do they call it? Scotch guard. They're going to Scotch guard. I must have thrown away my other one, but we're they're going to Scotch guard the inside. So we were just, after I cleaned the chicken coop, I had to go and get the rest of the stuff done in the RV and get things put away so that it could go to get Scotch guarded and get the clear coat on the outside. But can we bring our own? Oh, definitely. Oh, 30 feet? Whoops. We're 35 feet. So remind me, I think you've probably said it many of times on one of your lives that, and some of it is me. But where in Arizona are you? Yes, I've seen Kathy's reels when she's dancing. She cracks me up. And it was even funnier when we were all trying to do and I was never brave enough to post my video on the Sacred Treasure House Christmas party. Was never brave enough to do that. But I know Sybil did, and Sandy Mong, some of the other. Okay, so here's where it's starting to come together. We'll see if we can't get this on, and then we can glue her up and call it a day. Okay, I have to unwrinkle so it's kind of gonna overlap some, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, I need to tear that edge off because that edge is hard with Mod Podge. Okay. Here's my nail. Tucson. Okay. 3 points. Really with a killer view of Kit Peak, the observatory surrounded by is that the Sierra Mountains? Or is it Sierra Ita? Truly Sierra Ita. No, it's not a typo. Sometimes Facebook likes to think that it's the dictionary and it likes to correct words. Yeah, I am not brave enough to post any of my dancing. Let's just be honest. Okay. All right, I think we're getting there. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go a little bit faster, but I enjoy the conversation so much. Sarita Mountains, okay. Um, there's been conversation about like going on the road, because my husband would love to, when he retires, be able to travel. And he's gonna be 62. And so he's 4 years older than me, but he is, the reason why we got the Class A is because then I can work while we're on the road, because my job is that such that it's, oh yeah, I bet you they are. I'm trying to think, have I ever been to Tucson? I don't think I've been to Tucson. I think we were talking about it. I have been to, I have been to Arizona. We've also done the Grand Canyon. And what we did was we, from the Arizona side, got on a train and traveled up to the Grand Canyon. But I cannot remember exactly what town that was in. And I have been to Phoenix because I had to go to Phoenix for a work thing. A crafting retreat, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Yeah, I bet you if we were to do something like that, I might be able to convince my husband that we could go in the RV. Okay, so we are very, very close. A little bit more on this side, and then at the bottom, I think. And we will wrap her up, get her glued on. Yes, I could. Actually, I could travel. It would be, although I think my husband might have something to say about it. He gets frustrated with me sometimes. I know, it's because he doesn't, he worries about, the amount of money I have to spend on craft supplies. Southeast, the 3 points, and then you'll see okay, well, I'll look that up. I'll look up the mountains. Yeah, he's like, there's so many packages coming. He's like, I'm like, yeah, some of it I don't buy. Some of it in all honesty, I win through giveaways and things like that. So don't buy everything. He just, in his head, he thinks I buy everything. I don't know if you guys have that problem or not. The husband is... But in order to keep the peace, I promised I wouldn't buy anything. Okay. It's actually looking very cool. I am glad that we decided to do the napkin on the, it's a bud vase. I'm glad that we decided to do the napkin on the bud vase. So you have the same problem with your husband? Yeah. I mean, and I work full time, and this is really my only hobby. But no, when it comes to money, they don't really see it that way. Okay. I'm going to get it on the bottom here, and then we will be, I think I'll have to seal it real quick after I get it dry. And I can show you guys so far. This is where we're at. Your husband is listening. Oh, he took you to Lobby Lobby. Aw. What a sweet man. Yeah, and I don't have any other expensive hobbies. And okay, and just so you know, I don't know what your husband's name is, Debbie, but just so you understand, this is a man who used to have a hot air balloon, who we spent thousands of dollars on hot air balloons, and the thousands of dollars it costs to have the insurance and everything. And then after he got done being a hot air balloon pilot, because he had taken it as a job for a while, and of course when you make your hobby a job, it definitely turns sour. With everything got so much more expensive. Yes, everything is just so outrageous anymore. So but anyway, and then the man left doing hot air balloons because he had made it, it was a job for the longest time. And then after that, he went into race cars, and we spent thousands of dollars on race cars. Now, mind you, I was taking care of the child, trying to take care of the house, still working full time at that point in time. And he's upset about me buying a few craft supplies. So, now his hobby is the RV. But unfortunately, don't see it that way. Yes, he had a hot air balloon. He used to be a hot air balloon pilot. You know what? Believe it or not, because I am terrified of heights too. But believe it or not, when you fly in a hot air balloon, you're floating with the wind, so it's not terrible, and it doesn't quite feel like you are up so high. Yes, you can't look over the edge and look down, but if you look out across the horizon. Deacon. Well, hi, Deacon. So glad that you could join us. hot air balloon flying had to have been, yeah, I didn't get to do it very often because I was his chase team. So I only got to do it a couple times. And we would go to, like, we would travel to go to events. We never made it to, I think I think it's in Phoenix, the big Phoenix one. He did because he had, when he flew Tony the Tiger, it was a job, and he was traveling around the country flying the Kellogg's Tony the Tiger hot air balloon. And so he got to do the big one in Phoenix, I think, or wherever it's at. I can't remember, but it's in Arizona. So, make him craft with hot air balloons and race cars, and anytime he moans, point to it. There have been, yeah, I haven't figured out how to craft with a race car. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, that's true. Rona, how do you spell your name? Is it RH? I've always been spelling it with an RH, but I could be completely wrong. All right, so here we go. So here's the base, and I'm gonna let it dry, or I'm gonna dry it, and then I'll get rid of these pieces that are overhang. So let me dry that real quick. It's RH. Okay, so spelling it correctly. That's awesome. Thank you. I did at one point, I made something with a hot air balloon, but I don't even know if we have it anymore, because that was a long time ago. It was before I crafted long before I started doing the lives and stuff. But a good thought. You have to figure out how to do what to do about race cars. But thank you, Debbie. I appreciate the suggestion. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. We're gonna glue it. We're gonna glue it together. Okay. Let me do this real quick, because then I need to, oh wait, that's still wet. Right down there. Sorry about that. I was getting excited. I do gotta seal it one more time with the Mod Podge, and then we can glue it on, and let's see what we get. I got stuff stuck to me. Okay, let me use my gator real quick to get the extra off here. Okay. Hey Debbie, have you joined Craft Events by Julie as a presenter yet? Have you done that yet? Because I know I've seen you in a few of the other groups. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Okay, real quick, let me give this a quick seal. We'll dry it, and then we're going to start gluing. And everybody say a quick prayer hoping that the B7000 is strong enough to hold it. Well, she didn't invite me either. I invited myself. I asked if I could join. But I think she's open. Julie is such a sweet person. And if you would like me to help you get you connected to Julie so that I think she would love to have you join. What about you, Rona? Are you doing lives yet? I don't think I've seen if you have done a live. So B7000, please work. Yes, thank you. All right, we're counting on it. God will answer your prayers, ladies. All right, I think I've got it all covered. Okay, watch your ears real quick. I'm going to use the dryer again one more time. And then we are going to break out the E7000, the B7000. My E6000 was all dried up, so. So the Julie Cooper Morris is her private page name. And the event group is Craft Events by Julie. And I would be happy to connect the two of you. I know she's always looking for crafters. We used to be, I don't know if you remember, but that group used to be Sensational Creations. And when her page got hacked, the Sensational Creations group got hacked as well, because it was all attached. So it was all frozen and she couldn't, so we had to start a whole new group. So Rhoda, you haven't done a live yet? You're decorating your small bedroom to do lives in? Oh, awesome. Probably do the first one in the summer. Well, I'll be there with bells on. You just gotta let us know. Oh, so she bought something from you? Yes. So it's Julie Cooper Morris. So, yeah. You can reach out to her directly and ask her if, because I know that we do have like sections that sometimes the hackers make you cranky. Well, I think they make us all cranky. And I think that's very true. It's very frustrating. Especially, I mean, she had a really big following, but so I'm in the tech industry. The reason why hackers go after pages is because they think that they can leverage the monetization with like if you have 6,000 followers or whatever, they think that they can then go in and leverage the monetization, take over your page, and they get money off of it. So yes. So everything is now private. Yes. So Mondays. Mondays are the days. And then if there's a birthday, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a birthday event on a Wednesday. But for the most part, it's just Mondays that group does lives. Yes, well, thank you for coming in, Wendy. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, so we used to be Sensational Creations, or her group used to be Sensational Creations, and then it's now Craft Events by Julie because she had to recreate. And we've been able to actually go live for, so maybe a month. We're now able to go live in Craft Events by Julie. So yeah, I know she would love to have you. Okay, I am. Okay. Just had a big glob of Mod Podge there real quick. Okay. All right, so here is where we're at. I think I've got it all covered. I don't think I have any. Perfect. All right, so now, okay, first things first, folks. Got to cover up the Mod Podge because I'll knock it over. Aw, well, you are very welcome. Yes, she does themes, and there are some crafters of choices, so it's very, like Monday, our event is bows and lace. So, okay. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all kinds of B7000 down on that little knobby knob. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over, so because I want to make sure that the plate is level. I'm just like dousing it, the little knobby knobs from the microwave plate, just dousing it with, I want to wipe off my tip and get my, put the thing back on because I don't want the B7000 to dry. We all know what that's like. Okay, so here we go. Okay. All right, everybody hold their breath. Problem is I can't tell if it's level or not. I need a level. Okay. All right. I don't want to touch it, so I hope you guys can see it. I can tip it down just. Can you see it there? A little bit. Okay. I'll have to go out to the garage and find my husband's. He has this little teeny tiny level that I can use to sit on this to make sure it's level. The B7000 is going to take a little bit before it dries anyway. So there it is, ladies. There it is. Okay. So I know I have Janet. Is there anybody else that has any prayer requests? Do you mean put the base and turn it upside down so that the glue doesn't drip or something? Well, I thought about that, but the problem is that the base doesn't want to sit on those little knobbies just flat because of the way they're a little rounded. That's the only problem. Otherwise, I probably would. And if I put it down, then I know it would be level, huh? Yeah, okay. I get you. I got your drift. Hopefully. Unfortunately, this little thing doesn't want to sit on those little knobbies just very easily. And any slight movement, it goes, so I have to be really, really careful. Okay, do we have any prayer requests? This is what I'm going to do is I'm going to close tonight in prayer. Thank you. And I can still go get the little level and set it on here to make sure. I've got a little bit of time with the B7000. It'll take a little bit before it dries. Thank you, Rona. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's tenuous at best. Okay, is there any other prayer requests besides Janet? Because we're gonna pray for healing for Janet, and thank you, Tasha. General health and well-being, absolutely. I'm gonna write that down, okay, Debbie? Okay. I am going to close in prayer. Yes, absolutely. And then what we will do is I'll post it once it's dry so you guys can see the whole thing. I might even do a little reel on it so that you can see the base and everything. So, sorry, I was just peeling the glue off of my fingers. Okay, I'll pray for that for you too, Rona. Thank you. Now, I also, anything that I am given to pray for now, or you can even, if something comes up, you can even private message me. I'm happy to put you on my prayer list, because what I typically do is anybody that has prayer requests while I'm live, what I will do is I carry that into my prayer life after the lives. If you don't have it, the rest is it. You're right. You're absolutely right. If you don't have health and well-being, the rest is difficult. Agreed. And just, praying that God touches all of your lives. So absolutely. All right. So if you would bow your heads with me, we will close in prayer. And then when it's all dry, I will post it for you guys so you can see it. So thank you so much for spending this time with me, because it is the most valuable gift that we give anybody is our time. And I thank you so much for giving me your time today. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I appreciate everyone's help in getting this done, because I had no idea what I was going to be, how to do it and how to go about doing it. So, all right. So let's pray, please. Oh, dear Lord, we thank you so much for the time that you give us on this earth, and we thank you so much for the sacrifice that you gave your son, your very own son, to die on the cross for us and for our sins, Lord. And we just ask that you bless the time that we have together and bless this crafting community, Lord. We just ask that you lay your healing hands on Janet as she is recovering, but and she's starting to feel better, Lord, with your help and healing. But we just ask that you finish her off and make sure that she is fine and dandy and being able to just enjoy her days without having any health struggles whatsoever, Lord. And we just ask a special blessing over Debbie and Deacon. And we also ask a special blessing over Rona. We ask that they have the health and the well-being, Lord, and that you bless their lives. And we just ask that anyone else who has been on the live today, that you touch them with your very special way and touch their hearts, showing them that you are love and that you are with us always in our times of trial as well as the good times, Lord. And we just ask that you walk with every one of us throughout the day and throughout the rest of the weekend and into the week, Lord. We just ask that you bless this time. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much. So much. Okay. I am gonna say thank you so much for your time. I want to say God bless to each and every one of you. I miss you. And when I am not able to craft, so Monday, 4 Mountain Time, 5 Central, 6 Eastern is when I am going to be live again. So set your calendars and your alarms. Thank you, Rona. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate you jumping on, and I'm so glad that you could join us. And so I just want to wish everyone a blessed evening. Good night.